Hey, before I start this video, if you're looking for some high quality gameplay of Legend of Zelda, you may as well look at a potato for that kind of stuff. I don't have any means of recording the Switch at the moment, so the gameplay is gonna be kind of crappy. Also, I'd like to thank Getty for the idea about making this video, thanks bro. Anyway, here are my thoughts on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Okay, if you want the short answer, yes, it is amazing. All those reviews do speak the truth, although I do have a couple of points to make that I personally think no one else is speaking about. The subject I want to talk about is Nintendo nostalgia. If this game were to be made by some other developers that are really not known of, or even if it were made by EA or Ubisoft, would it receive those top tier ratings? Is the Legend of Zelda name just giving the game an easy boost to the top? You see, I wouldn't be surprised if that were to be the case. Legend of Zelda has been a very dear franchise to many people, even to me, and my time with this game has been magnificent. A video game franchise that has very few slip-ups, so to say. All I'm saying is that the game could have been made by different developers as a different game with the same core mechanics and brilliant story, and yet it wouldn't receive the same amount of prestige. On a different note, Nintendo has been trying to appeal more and more to the Western market. They incorporated quite a bit of Far Cry in their game, finding these outposts with enemies that you can attack in various means. When all of them are dead, you receive a chest with a random item inside. Also, I must commend them for their control scheme for this game. I've played a handful of JRPGs, many of which have shitty controls, but I can happily say this game is the complete opposite of that. The only annoyance I would say would be the horses. Controlling them can be an annoying experience, to say for the very least. One of my favorite aspects of this game has to be the freedom in this world. Obviously it's an open world, but it's done so well, like so well. It makes me feel like I'm actually adventuring through Hyrule. Nintendo are really good with giving the sense of adventure to the player. A noble example would be the PokeMMO series. I should add on to my previous point about westernizing the game. In Legend of Zelda, there are these vantage points, similar to Assassin's Creed, where you climb to the top and see a huge amount of the area around you. You activate your fantasy phone through this terminal-like structure, and this unveils the map section you are currently on. But I will say, a major portion of the game will be spent finding and beating those shrines that are found throughout the map. Little protrusions through the map will lead you to a portal-esque level, where you will need to use your abilities to complete the puzzle and receive a spirit orb, in which you can later trade in for an extra heart or a stamina bar. So, as someone who isn't Japanese, I must say these are welcome changes, especially for newcomers. They make Japanese games less hard to get into, and these games don't feel like a pain to understand. Everything comes at you at an even pace with minimal jargon, and you know what? I'm going to be that pussy-ass bitch that says that feels great. Thanks, Nintendo. So far, those are my thoughts on this game. It is undeniably deserving of its score. After all, it is a Legend of Zelda game. Anyway, that's it for me. Until Wednesday.